2.5 years ago, Paul bought me my Apple Watch for Mother's Day. And let me tell you, it has barely left my wrist. I have not gone through a complete day in those 2.5 years without having my Apple Watch, to the point that I'm feeling a little bit maybe too dependent upon it. I have now a 902-day move streak. So every day since I've owned this watch, I have met my move goal and my stand goal and my exercise goal. And I started thinking, you know, do I really need all that? Do I need to have this watch telling me how many steps I did, how many exercise minutes I've done, how many calories I've burned? Do I need that? Or am I smarter than my smartwatch? Well, tomorrow we're gonna find out, because tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'm gonna have my watch face covered over and I'm not gonna see it. I'm gonna turn off the haptics that remind me when to stand, when I've achieved a goal, all of those things I'm turning off. And when I look down, I'm just gonna see nothing. And at the end of the day, we're gonna see how much I knew and how much Apple knew.
Hello.
Change things up. I don't want to do what I normally do every day, because then you're going to say, well, this is no contest for her because she's just going to say at the end exactly the way it is that she does it every day. So that's not what I'm going to do. I've done my OT for this morning, which was the last day of Hell Week. So what I'm going to do now is something that I don't typically do, and I'm going to choose a 30-minute interval with arms ride. I'm going to cover it with my jacket so that I can't see the screen and I don't know what my final calorie burn is. So I think I'm going to go here with Ben Aldis. He's a nice looking guy. Very nice British accent too, so we can't say no to that. And I'm going to use the light weights. I'm going to do an interval ride, and I am going to see how that goes. So I guess I better clip in.
Let's just have a little fun.
Okay, so I'm not going to know exactly if I'm at the right cadence or I've got the right resistance. So I'm going to have to go by feel on that, but we can't have it all. Anyway, I'm going to be here for 30 minutes. See how it goes. I'm also not going to be able to see him demoing the moves on the arm, so hopefully I know what he means. Okay. He said shoulder press.
Bicep curl coming at you next.
Bicep curl coming next. Thank goodness they're easy ones.
Come on, straight up bicep curl.
So you might have guessed from my front porch that it's Halloween, and today is the day. And as usual, I never know how many kids I'm gonna have. So I bought a whole whack of chocolates, and then I bought a whole whack of more chocolates. And still I'm not sure, and I don't want to run out. So instead of doing my usual walk where I pretty well know the steps, I'm going to walk to the mall instead, get some more chocolates, and walk home and let the mystery go. So unfortunately I'm not going to be able to set anything because I'm still in a blank world here, or blank spaces. Isn't that what Taylor Swift is in? But hopefully at the end of the day, we're going to figure it all out. So I'm walking to the mall, and I'll see you later. It's 7:45 at night. The kids are driving me crazy with the trick-or-treating. And I don't know that I have got my steps. Because I didn't do my usual routine, I'm not exactly sure, and I don't want to second guess, and I'm not going to do the reveal until I do maybe another 20 minutes. I'm thinking Orange Theory was a little bit light on the running this morning. I walked to the mall instead of my usual. I'm not sure. I think maybe I'm around 12. I'm gonna give it another 20 minutes or so just to be sure. And then we're gonna do the reveal. And I'm gonna tell you a few fun, not so fun facts about what drives me crazy about the watch. And then we're gonna see how well I did. So see you in 20 minutes. Well, it's been a pretty interesting day, I have to tell you. It's been very unusual not having this watch ping me and vibrate and ding and ping and say, are you doing a workout? Have you stopped a workout? You have an email, there's a text. You know, I know that I could normally turn those things off and I never have. And I kind of wish that I did because it's kind of nice. Although it's very weird staring down at this blank, on this blank screen. Very weird indeed. And you know, one of the things is I'm not gonna know until I take off this tape, maybe the battery's dead, because that's a huge problem with this watch, especially if you're tracking calories. The battery life is terrible. But I've gotta tell you, the thing that I detest most about the watch is the so-called coaching, because you are constantly being compared against yourself. So what you did last week, if you're not doing that this week, well then you get these little, I'm gonna put a few on the screen. Oh, Nancy, if you wanna move this in the right direction, get out of your seat a bit more. Start walking. I'm like, what do you want from me? Or if I'm in the Bahamas and it's harder to walk so my pace is slower on the sand, all of a sudden the next week, pick up the pace, girl. Chop, chop. So some of those things are really annoying, but still, I'm pretty hooked on it. Although I've been really kind of second guessing it today. So what I want to do now is I want to go through what I did today, what I think I have in my steps, in my exercise minutes, and in my move, and hope that I've met all of my goals. So just as a recap, what I've done today, I went to Orange Theory this morning. It was the last day of Hell Week. We didn't run that much as usual, so I'm feeling like my steps were lower there. I came home, I did a Peloton, not my usual, I don't usually do that, but I did a 30-minute that had a little bit of an arm interval, so I'm gonna have to guess those kind of calories in there. Then I walked to the mall, not my usual routine. Was not sure, I didn't even know really how long I was gone for, plus I ended up doing some shopping while I was there, so really hard to gauge that. And then just because I was feeling like maybe I didn't meet it, then you saw that I got on the treadmill for an extra 20 minutes at the end of the day. So here's what I think that I've done today, and we're gonna put this on the screen. My guess is that my exercise minutes are going to be 126 exercise minutes. I think for my steps, I've done 15,800. So I've definitely met more than what my typical daily goal is. And I think that my move goal or my calories is going to be 950. That's what I think. I put them on the screen and let's see if I'm as smart as my watch. And we're gonna do the unveiling. All right, this is my little Swarovski thing here. I just put on there. So I'm going to, we might have to speed this up for you guys because this could take me a bit. My move goal is 975. Wow! I guessed 950. That was pretty good. Okay, exercise minutes, 186, and I guessed 126. So maybe I was working a little harder than I thought. And let it be, see? I didn't even guess about the stand. Holy! I thought I only did 15,800 and I did 23,546 steps. Oh, I guess it's a lot further to the mall than what I anticipated. Or maybe I shopped too much while I was there. That is surprising. That is very surprising. So I was really right on track with my move. Exercise minutes I also downplayed. So here's the thing. Do I really need this thing? Do I think that I wouldn't keep going if it weren't for this? And do I need this information? Like, is this making or breaking me? What about you? Do you track? Do you have a smartwatch? Do you find that if you don't see it, that if you if it didn't tell you that you did 10,000 steps, that you wouldn't do them. I think that I would still be very active and I would still certainly be exercising. So I don't know, I feel a little bit stuck with this, and I don't really know that I want to be, but it's hard to break this. It's hard to break. It's habits. It's very habit forming. And I would really like to hear what your thoughts are about this, and if it's something that you can't live without or you're glad you're not on it. But the other thing is sometimes people really underestimate and they think, oh wow, for sure I've done 3,000 steps, and really they've only maybe done 1,000. I tend to be the other way. So I think that was really interesting experiment today, and I'm really kind of happy that I did it, and I'm very shocked by my steps, that I got so many steps, but I'm pretty wow, I was really right on about the move. And so I'm going to think about this. I'm going to just think about if I really could possibly take this off a little bit more often and still be feeling okay about that. I know that my husband would be pretty happy about that. So if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and really let me know, because I want to know what you guys think about your Apple Watch or your smartwatch or your tracker. And do you feel tethered to it? Would you like to break free? Maybe. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.